Good morning, everybody. Happy Tuesday. I keep thinking of the song, 100 Bottles of Beer on the Wall. Take one down. Take them all down. What the hell? All right. First off, congratulations, Canada. Yay, yay, yay. So good things can happen. So we got some things to talk about today. Let's do some energy cards in the beginning. I was using my Starstream Oracle cards today. First card I get, this was at the bottom of the deck, and I went, ooh, me like. So this says, fulfilling opportunities are on the horizon. I got that yesterday too, similar imagery. Kind of looks like the Madonna. Yay. Yay, yay, yay. My dad collected Madonnas. He was very religious. And so he would collect these wooden Madonnas. Here's one. I have one. I went to pick some up. My sister, she has a lot of these. And so she has like 50 of them. And I go, I'm going to take some of these, okay? Yeah. So I did. Okay, moving on. The second card I got is this, Crown Yourself. And this is King Arthur's footprint. And when I went to read in the book, this is all about stepping in between worlds. This is galactic imagery with King Arthur. This is having 1 foot in water, 1 foot on land. This is the divine feminine, which I didn't think about with King Arthur. The divine feminine balancing the female and the male. We certainly need that. We got a little too much testosterone going on right now, especially in the U.S. And then the next card I get is Express Your Truth. Is that what it says? Speak your truth. Express yourself. And I thought that is kind of perfect because the Illinois governor, Pritzker, was in New Hampshire, I think, doing this speech, and he was on fire in a way, speaking his truth. We got people standing up and speaking their truth, from the flags being flown upside down in Yosemite. Some would say Yosemite. It's not. It's Yosemite. There's a shift coming. I mean, you look at all the protests. Amazing. And yeah, I know. We're getting paid to do the protests. I know. PsychicDuck. Say hello to PsychicDuck, everybody. Congratulations on your Canadian win. Woohoo. I'm not Canadian. What? No, I'm from Coos Bay. What? Yeah, Coos Bay, Oregon. Really? I thought you were a Canadian duck. Nope, Coos Bay. Wow. Via Canada. I started out in Canada. Oh, okay. Well, congratulations. Yeah, I knew that was coming. Well, he's a PsychicDuck. All right, let's take a look at some of the things that we've got going. 100 days in. Poll numbers are just horrific, and he's saying it's fake, blah, blah, blah. We get to see how brilliant we are as a nation we're deporting kids that have cancer without their medication. I know it's just one. I bet you there's more. How disgusting. And then these smug asses get on TV and go, well, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, there's a special place in hell for people like you. Did I say that? I had somebody email me saying, I'm having a really hard time being spiritual these days. Like, yeah. And I was thinking too about, this path that we are walking on and trying to be spiritual, trying to be good people, but being faced with this horrific, just cruelty. And yeah, it is hard. So for me, I think it's just important to stay walking the path of truth, honesty, and caring, even though my mind may slip into like a lot of really crazy, negative, dark places. Just get back up on the positivity path. And it's hard. It's so hard. But we have to acknowledge, the good and bad. It's there. We can't be all just like, happy, loving. But why not? Why not? Psychic Duck, why not? Why can't we be? I want to be. All right. Just hang in there. Try to stay as positive as you can. The decks I'm going to be using is the Fountain Tarot, my Harsh Truth, and I'm using my BLUESKY deck. Thank you guys. This deck it's been around a long time. All right, so we have the 100 days. I'm not going into it. Who cares? It's too long. It feels like 100 years. And the first thing that I read this morning when I got on my news feed was, I had a cool thing happen in the 7:30 prayer thing that we all do. I have one of those hanging little bell things. What are they called? Whatever. The wind blows at wind chimes, and it was really quiet, really deadly. Not deadly. That's not right. Just, I was going to say a dead calm, but it was no wind. And I'm walking by this wind chime, and before I get to it, and I'm thinking of sending peace out, letting the people of Russia and Ukraine have peace, and the people of Israel and Gaza have peace, and just putting this blanket out of just positive intentions. And the chimes start going off. I'm like, whoa. And I've got this sense that we are on this precipice, pinnacle. We're so close. We are so close. It's not going to happen fast enough, though, no matter what. It's not going to happen fast enough. So, okay, that was a little duck moment. Hey, that's supposed to be squirrels. Okay. Sorry. All right. Democratic Party, J.B. Pritzker. One of the things he said at the end of this speech, and I think he's going to be, we'll just throw a couple of cards on J.B. Pritzker, because he's getting in there. I think he's one of them billionaire people that are on the right side of things. And the last thing he said was, so I have one question for you all. Are you ready for the fight? For the fight. And I'm looking at those words, and he didn't say, are you ready to fight? Because to me, I'm going, it's got to be peaceful. It's got to be peaceful. Because they don't know how to deal with it. Are you ready for the fight? And that's just standing up, talking, speaking your truth, not holding back. And when we speak our truth, it's not in a this is the hard part, not in the judgment way. That's the really hard part, because I got a lot of judgment going on about what's going on with these hillbilly brothers of mine. All right. And I gotta walk that back a little bit too, because I love hillbillies. I am a hillbilly. I love me, and I love my brothers, my toothless brothers. My brother went to the dentist the other day. He's going, I just spent $1,500 on a tooth, and they told me to come back and get another one. He had to pull it. He has a baby tooth that was in there, and they had to pull it. And then they want to put an implant in there. And he goes, I'm a hillbilly. I'm supposed to have missing teeth. He told that to the dentist. It's pretty funny. All right, J.B. Pritzker. Let's just do some quick ones. Then I want to get into the impeachment. And I do want to talk about Paris at the end. And I know I'm going to catch grief on that, but hear me out before you start pushing, comment buttons. Just hear me out a little bit. All right. J.B. Pritzker. We got movement. We got the Chariot. Moving on to calmer waters. Wow. Holy crap. He's got some big cards coming up. Okay. It's J.B. Pritzker. There it is. Sorry. I got people complaining. Why do you have your phone on? Because I forget to turn it off. That's why. Ooh, another 6.8 earthquake somewhere. Some island. Macquarie Island. All right. Come on, back. Where's... Okay. The governor of Illinois. He is moving on. He's got the movement card, and he's got the Six of Swords card. He's moving on to calmer waters. I don't think he is moving on. I think he's moving us, as in just a group of people, moving on to calmer waters. He sees the death, for entertainment only, of the American dream. He's got some magic coming up. But at the top of the reading is what path does he go on? How does he navigate? There's so many things that we can attack. Attack is the wrong word. That we can put our focus on. And that's the challenge. What do we put our focus on? I think we put our focus on one thing that really resonates with us, and then let other people put their focus on another thing that resonates with them, and it's all good. We don't have to be all focused on the same thing until we need to come together for something big. Maybe it's that impeachment thing. We have giving and receiving in the internal position, but then we have loss in the external position, which I think is what he feels the U.S. is all about now. But he's the King of Pentacles here. If he's that billionaire guy. So I think that he's got some new ideas that are coming up. So keep an eye on him. I think he's going to be. Pretty important figure coming up. I mean, could he run for president again? Yeah, maybe. All right, moving on. Amazon was starting to list tariff prices, and then they backed away from it. Oh, you chickens. You chickens. If you were ducks, you would put those prices, list those tariff prices. Here's what you would have paid before. I went to my coffee place and down the street, and she goes, tariff prices, 30%. I go, what? Really? Now? I thought there was a pause. 30%. We've gotten hit. Okay. But the prices didn't go up. She goes, I've been too busy to raise my prices. Wow. You know, and I keep hearing things about immigration, and it's just not, you know, it's hitting everybody. It's weird. It's just not people of color. It's just not people from down south. It's people in Canada. It's people. It's so sick. We are a nation. That's the magic sauce. That's what Governor Pritzker said, which is, it's true. We're immigrants. Immigration is the magic sauce of America. I don't know about you, but my grandfather came over from Ireland. We're all immigrants, except for the Native Americans. And they've been fighting terrorism since, how long? Love that shirt. All right, let's move on. Rambling. It's not even Friday. All right. Representative Sri Thandahar, hope I pronounced his name correctly, Democrat from Michigan. Yesterday he introduced 7 articles of impeachment against Trump. 7 articles. These were obstruction of justice, abuse of power, usurpation of power, bribery, and corruption. Okay. Now, when I first read this, and I've been seeing impeachment on certain podcasts and things, and I go, oh, really? When I read this, though, it was, he could force this to a floor vote. He could. Hakeem Jeffries says, well, I haven't read it yet, when he was asked about it. So, let's just take a look at these articles of impeachment. I'm going to use my Fountain Tarot on this. This is the Harsh Truth deck for me. It's very angular. I'm going to hit pause while I shuffle this. Okay, so these cards are big for little teeny hands. Articles of impeachment. Will they pass the House? And then you go to the Senate, it's a whole other thing. Will he be impeached 3 times? Oh my God. Articles of impeachment. Will it, okay. Will it pass? Will it pass the House? Will it get through the House? Hope you guys have your cards. Play along. Will they pass the House? Get through the House? Fountain card. This is a unique card to this deck, and this is a tarot deck. This card represents unlimited choices, infinity. This is, if you're on the edges, it's a no. If you're in the center, it's a yes. It's got the infinity symbol up there. And fountains, to me, water flowing movement. So I think this is a yes card. We have the Hierophant. Oh my gosh. Okay. The Hierophant. This guy is looking into a box of whoop ass. Wow. Okay. What's his name? Sri Thandahar. He opened up a box of whoop ass. That's what I'm hearing right now. Let's see. Let's see where it goes. Oh yeah, there's going to be some battling. You can't do that. Yeah, we can. No, you can't. Yeah, you can. No, you can't. Watch us. You guys are... it's fake news. In the past, as it relates, for entertainment only. Bye-bye. The ending of one, the beginning of something new, and potential near future, the Wheel of Fortune, the Cosmic Wheel of Fortune. Let me drop this down. So very cool, right? It's karmic. Things are spinning. Things are moving. Wow, that'll just burn him, won't it? Five of Cups. Sadness. Loss. Looking at, kind of focusing on the 3 spilled cups. Look what we lost. Look at this. 2 cups remain. This could be America. This is our loss of what we're dealing with right now. And internally, we have 7 of Cups, illusion, delusion. What do we do? What choice do I make? Which cup do I pick? She doesn't look very happy. It's like, oh, internally, externally. Page of Swords. This is a new truth coming out. This is, this is this guy. And if you look at him, he looks like a James Brown. I bet she's a fiery speaker. Anyway, and he's young. So this is him coming up and going, look, guys, this is wrong. And there's other people that are putting in articles of impeachment too. He's not the only one. I think he's just the first. Hopes and fears. Page of Wands. That this information can come out. And the final outcome for articles of impeachment, will it pass the House? 3 of Cups. That's a celebration card. That's a yes card. That's women coming together, raising a cup. Cheers. And clarification. 2 of Cups, juggling. I'm sorry, 2 of Pentacles, juggling. A little underwater here. But still managing to juggle this, and we get the Sword of Truth, Ace of Swords. This is not, so we have the 5 of Cups, we have the 5 of Wands, we have the illusion, delusion, we have the Death card in the past moving forward. This is not a good time for America. This is not something that we should be proud of, that we have to impeach this knucklehead, some call Pumpkinhead. Oh yeah, that's me. It's not a good time in our country. This is sad. Sad. It's horrible. So, wow. I don't know if it's a real celebration because we're kind of underwater with this. But there's something happening. Somebody opened up, looked into that government box and go, woo. Woo. Okay. All right. What else do I want to look at? Wow. Wow. Let's go to election truther news. Somebody said to me, now before you guys start commenting, listen to the whole thing that I got to say. Some people were saying, commenting, they said, I know you want Kamala Harris as president. And I went, well, I did want Kamala Harris when she was running. I wanted her to be president versus Pumpkinhead. Those were the two choices. Today, the cards say Kamala Harris is going to be the next president. They've always said that. Me, I don't really care if she's president, to tell you the truth. I just want a female in there. I want the divine feminine in there to bring balance to this craziness. It could be AOC, it could be Amy Klobuchar, it could be Jasmine Crockett. I don't care. But here's something, okay, I know you guys are getting ready to start typing, but here's what I was thinking. It's not going to be Kamala Harris the way we thought of her because she's changed. She sees what she has to be. It's not the same Kamala Harris. Let me just run the government as I should. Oh, hell no. It's a whole new way of looking at things. It's a whole new way that she has to be. I think more, more prosecutorial. She's got to fix, whoever gets into the presidency has to fix so much stuff. You can't do it the same way as before. So whether she's in or not, I still want a female in there. And if she gets in, which I hope she does, if she wants it, she will not be president as how she said she was going to run. She needs to be a lot tougher, a lot stronger, because we need to rewrite our government, our constitution, we need to shore it up in a way that this stuff can't happen again. Okay. I'm done with that. Let's look at Chris Krebs. He was the former head of the nation's cyber defense agency, who Trump forced from office in his first term. And on Monday, he called on the cyber in the tech community to express outrage over the major recent administration cuts to the U.S. federal cyber programs. I'm going, So, being the election truther that I am, the election votes were flipped. They were switched. And either in the tabulation machines or something that is beyond my comprehension. But there are people that know what happened, and there are cyber people that know what happened. I'm like, okay, come on out. Ollie Ollie Oxenfree, let's go. Come on out. Where do I get this stuff from? Where? All right, these, and I was thinking too, where was Musk and Starlink during the Canadian elections? Where was he? I mean, if Trump is the ruler of the world, can you believe he said that? Unbelievable. Unbelievable. All right, let's look at these cyber guys that are in the wings. You know, the anonymouses, and I read something about how MAGA is kind of going against each other on Mike Flynn and his brother Chucky. Do you think he likes to be called Chucky? Chucky Flynn? Charles to you, Chucky to me. So yeah, some of the MAGAs are going against Mike Flynn regarding January 6th. Good Lord. Okay. These cyber guys that are in the wings. I know a couple that are in the wings. What's going on? Are they getting ready to, let's just do a 411 on them regarding the last election, regarding election integrity. Because he was fired. That was his job, election integrity, and he got fired. What is going on with these cyber guys in their rooms that know some secrets? Are they going to be coming out? What's going on with the cyber guys in regard to our last election? Ooh. Six of Cups. This is going back to a simpler time. However, this is like the cone of silence. It's like they're still in this, we got this, but, I mean, they got information, but it's still in that bubble. Ooh. Two of Swords. Two swords of truth. They're at a crossroads. They're kind of figuring this out. However, they're trying to figure out what path to take, if I'm reading this right. Because the swords aren't crossed. They're just pointing up to the air. Maybe they're antennas getting information from the satellites. Cone of Silence, two swords of truth, Page of Coins. Let's drop this down so you can play along. Okay. Page of Coins. A lot of times some people will say the coins are votes, bringing forth a new project, a new way of looking at something, some new voting information, possibly. In the past, Judgment, releasing something. In the past, as it relates to this, they have the information, they should be releasing it. The top of the reading, we have the Six of Coins, giving and receiving. But in this deck, they're still hanging on to it. Everything's interconnected. They're following that web of connectivity that's holding all this stuff together. Votes. So we have this restriction. It's not really giving back and forth with this. It's just still hanging on. And again, it's like this cone of silence, going back to a simpler time. Potential near future, we have secrets. Internally, we have the Six of Wands. This is riding in as a winner, but this guy looks like he's crowd surfing on fire. So it feels like if they release these secrets, they know that they're going to get, it's going to be harsh. But they'll ride in as a winner, but there will be consequences for it. Externally, Ace of Swords. They have the truth. Hopes and fears. We have the Page. Is that right? Page of Cups. News coming from an unexpected source. We hope. And then there's some people that will fear that. And then we have the Two of Cups. This is my Starlink card. This is what these swords are pointing to. The stars, the communication in the stars. Clarified by what cup? Illusion, confusion. Make the right choice. And then we have celebration. What do the tech bros know? Well, they know it. Are they going to do anything about it? It doesn't feel like it yet with these two cards. It feels like it, yes, with this. It feels like secrets are going to be revealed. They have this new truth that's coming out. In the base of the deck, the foundations of this is the Five of Swords. This is winning at any cost, abuse of power. And it's also being precariously perched on two swords of truth. Taking all the swords. We have the Queen of Coins. We have the High Priestess. Wow. And we have the Star of Hope. So we have a lot of big energy here with the Queen of Pentacles. Are they going to restore the back and forth of are they going to unchain the Six of Coins so this Queen of Pentacles can give, and so that the U.S. will be able to give and receive as they should? We're the richest nation in the world. We should be able to be generous instead of so pinchy pinch with our money. Secrets, tapping into your intuition, and then we have the Star of Hope coming out of the darkness. Coming out of the darkness here, this watery space. So let's just ask one more before I go. Okay. If these cyber guys have the information that I think they have, or that they will be getting, they will unravel it. I'm thinking of that Six of Pentacles where it's all interconnected in this web. And if they open up the web, kind of like a bag of soccer balls, and they just start falling everywhere. And these cyber guys get to kick them around. Maybe it's hacky sack. Do they still play that? Will they release this information around the time when the articles of impeachment are in Congress? I just heard after. Yeah, I just heard after. Will they release this information after the articles of impeachment go through Congress. Wow, I think I might need to switch decks. This one's, or I need to get bigger hands. The Tech Bros. Cybersecurity guys release new information after the articles of impeachment go through the House. What can you tell us? Will they release this information? Yes? I could just do that. Yes, they will. Yes, they will. Let me drop this down. Yikes. At the base of the reading is the Lotus, Queen of Cups. She's at the very base. The Foundation in the past is being stabbed in the back. Huh, who got stabbed in the back? Oh yeah, she did. At the top of the reading is the Queen of Swords. Interesting that we get both the Queen of the Queen of Swords and the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Swords is the prosecutor. The Queen of Cups is the Kamala Joy, is the Lotus Joy, you know, bringing joy to the campaign trail. So this is kind of both of her. And this is where I see her more so just ruling with precision and sharp swords. Yeah, it's going to be a little contentious. 5 of Wands. Internally, will they release this information after articles of impeachment? The 8 of Wands. I'm sorry, 8 of Coins. This is normally hard work. Some people say it's an apprentice card. It's diligent. It's like one more, but this card, putting the last piece into the puzzle. External position, we have the 3 of Wands. In other decks, this guy, the figure is looking at ships coming in, ships going out, not movement. It's a non-movement card. In this deck, it's a movement card. He is pulling information from different sources together and weaving it into a strand, a single rope. Hopes and fears? Ha! Illusion, delusion again. Which way do we go? What's the right cup to pick? And the final outcome, 6 of Coins. All this information, giving and receiving. So this to me is still, they're not giving it all up. They're not really doing it yet. They have it. This is a yes. This is a yes. This is Kamala. This is Kamala. And clarification on this. Giving and receiving. Are they giving? Are they receiving? Or is it really just being held up? We have the chariot. Moving on. Trying to figure out their direction. The reason I had to look at this card again, because it's got the same black and white imagery as the Death card did. So it was like, oh. But this is a lot more light. Moving out of darkness into light. And we get news from unexpected sources. Foundation. King of Coins. That's Pumpkinhead. There's a celebration on the beach. There's the Hermit, who is shining a light. And we have the Wheel of Fortune. Karmic wheel of movement. So the underlying energy is to release this information. Is to open up that bag of soccer balls and start kicking them around. Showing the truth. Unexpected. So that the Queen of Swords can come out. And so that the Queen of Cups can come out. Okay? All right. That's it. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Psychic Duck, you got anything else you want to say? Quackers. All right. Thank you guys for watching. Peace and love.